how's this? I'll ask a question.
What question?
Chaz question. Hey, you get it right. We roll.
I know everything there is to know about Miles. Lay it on me.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. My name is Neal, and I'm joined in the studio by Ken, Matt, and Jeff. How's it going, guys?
Hey.
Doing good.
Hi.
All right. Jeff is predisposed here. So today we are meeting for a very special Friends Lay It On Me.
Could I be any more excited for this game?
I don't think so. You're kind of beaming. You were doing that clap song the whole time by a fountain before we came here.
Mm-hmm.
So we got emails about doing Friends for Lay It On Me, and our friend Tim Evans, who's been on the show before, he's known as the Quiz Mercenary. That's his trivia company. He graciously gave us his questions. He was going to be here to help co-host, but he wasn't able to make it, so he sent us over the questions. To me, they're very hard because I have no idea what the answers are, but I think our guests are going to figure them out and have fun with it. So let's introduce our contestants.
Team number one.
Tom and Katie DeWall. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Going great.
So Tom reached out recently for Katie. It was her birthday, and we wrote a special movie game for their birthday party. And he also surprised her with a subscription to our Patreon support group. So Katie is a United States champion. So thank you very much for supporting the show, Katie. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We try to do what we can. We're just goofballs. And then on the other side, team number two is going to be Matt and Ericka Dougherty. How's it going, guys?
Hey,
Good.
Doing good. Thanks for having us, guys.
Of course. Love to have you back here today. We had you on a previous episode that you probably would have heard by the time this comes out and had a really good game. It was an all-90s game. So we're happy to have them back to see how their Friends knowledge is, which we heard is pretty good.
Hold on, let me signal the beginning of the game.
Are you guys ready for a Friends trivia? Oh, sorry. that sounded stupid.
Y'all ready for some trivia?
Look, nobody told me it was going to be this way.
Oh, my God. All right. Are you guys ready for the game?
Lay it.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. Here we go. Question 1. Who introduced Phoebe to her future husband, Mike Hannigan? And for a bonus point, how did that introduction go?
We're locked in.
So the one thing we didn't tell you guys is that I'm here for the looks and Kate is here for the knowledge when it comes to Friends. I've gone through the series once, so you're going to see a lot of Kate looking at me like, hey, do you know the answer? And me looking back at Kate like, you know I don't know the answer. So
That's like when me and Jeff play any trivia game together. I'm like, do you know this?
exactly.
He says no.
Okay, we're good. We're locked in.
All right. So let's start with Matt and Ericka.
Well, so Joey introduced Mike to her, and it was because Joey was supposed to give a girl for Phoebe, and Phoebe was supposed to get the other way around, get a girl for Joey, but Joey forgot. So then all of a sudden he walked in the Central Park, and he just randomly said, "Mike."
Yeah.
That's the guy he introduced.
All right. And let's go to Tom and Katie.
Yeah, same. It was Joey, and then he just says Mike, and there happened to be a Mike in the
And that man was Paul Rudd.
all red.
Oh, it was. I didn't even know that. But the correct answer was Joey, and it was because he yelled the name Mike.
All right, so after the first question, it looks like both teams have 15 points.
Moving on to question 2. In the season 6 Thanksgiving episode, Monica hosts her parents without telling them that she's living with Chandler, and Rachel helps out with the cooking, accidentally combining a dessert with an entree. Name either of those two recipes in 2 guesses, both for a bonus point.
All right, we're locked.
We're locked in.
Ooh, both at the same time. All right, so this time let's start with the DeWalls.
Well, I knew the first half of this one was shepherd's pie.
And then she tried to make a traditional English trifle and got the recipes mixed.
Okay, and Team Dougherty's.
It's the same thing we had, trifolds and shepherd pie.
Well, you guys are right on the money again. So we're going to both for a bonus point. So, yeah, that's going to be 15 again. All right, number 3. In the episode The One with the Embryos, Ross mediates a trivia game, Joey and Chandler versus Rachel and Monica. Which of these 4 gets a TV guide delivered to them, which is used and stolen by the other 3?
We're locked in.
Locked in.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's go Team Dougherty's.
I think we should do a bonus for the actual pronunciation of the name. It's from it is sent to
Chandler.
yes
And
Chandler.
to Miss Chandler Bong.
Miss Chandler Bong.
All right, and Team DeWall.
Miss Chandler Bong.
All right, so it's funny here. This does say bonus point. What name is actually on the TV guide? So they do get another 15. Starting off hot. All right. Man, you guys are quick. All right, number 4. Ross's pet monkey, Marcel, had to be shipped off to a zoo after he reaches sexual maturity and starts humping everything. Where does he end up? Bonus, Ross eventually reunites with Marcel on the set of what movie? Matt, do you think you know this one?
No, I know that Marcel was a monkey. And that's as
That
far
hump
as-
things?
Yeah. I mean, the hump things was that was beyond my knowledge.
Implied.
Of this. Yeah. All I know about Friends is the episode where Ross wears leather pants.
I was
and
just
can't
going to
take
say
them
the
off.
same thing. Yeah.
And then that time when Monica wears a turkey on her head. And Tank Abbott was in
I don't
an
know
episode.
the chair one.
No, Tank Abbott in the cage, and that's it. And that's from wrestling. So-
How do you guys feel about this question?
Not great on the bonus, but we're locked in.
We're good with the bonus, but we don't know. We're not sure about the first one. So
I always had a guess.
All right. Well, let's start with the DeWalls, who have the regular answer first.
I think it's just one of his options. We just put San Diego Zoo, and the movie was Shutter Speed.
Okay. And Team Dougherty's?
we're some reason Ohio comes up, and we're not sure if it was Cleveland, Columbus, or Dayton. So we're gonna guess Columbus, Ohio Zoo, and the movie was Outbreak 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for the Doughertys, I will give you bonus credit, 5 points. It is Outbreak 2, The Virus Takes Manhattan. But the city for 10 points to Team DeWall is San Diego Zoo.
Ooh.
Oh.
The number one zoo in the U.S.
So finally seeing a little separation in the game.
Yeah, so we just recorded an episode where an answer was San Diego Zoo, and we all got it wrong. But now we'll never remember because we're going to think of Marcel humping people and getting shipped there. All right, on to number 5. It is about season 4. Phoebe's half-brother Frank Jr. and his wife Alice get married and ask Phoebe to be the surrogate for their children. When they are born, what do Frank, Alice, and Phoebe name the triplets? Get 2 of them for correct points and all 3 for a bonus.
Locked in.
Yeah, we're locked in.
All right, let's go to the Doughertys.
We got Leslie, Frank Jr., and Chandler.
All right, and DeWalls.
Frank Jr., Leslie, and Chandler is a girl.
Man, you guys are great. That's full points there, so 15 points. Man, you guys know the show really well. All right, I don't know if these are going to get harder because we haven't read through these, but I'm going to pass this on to Kenneth to read a few. Kenneth. I like calling them by their full names, even though they do not use their full names, like Matthew, Jeffrey, and Kenneth, because I don't have a full name version.
Mine's Matthias also.
It's Matthias?
No.
Oh.
That was my grandpa's name.
All right, moving on to question 6. What is the name of Joey's imaginary friend, and what is his occupation?
Locked in.
Yeah, we're locked in.
Let's go ahead and start with the Doughertys.
He's a space cowboy, and his name is
Maurice.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Maurice, Space Cowboy.
All right, looks like you got both parts of that question right, so 15 points for both. All right. Number 7. Which of the 6 main characters had their birthday celebrated the most times on episodes of the show?
Okay, we're locked in, I think. Yeah. Okay,
All right, we're locked in.
I don't think about it.
All right, let's start with the DeWalls this time.
We're going to go with Rachel.
Okay. And the Doughertys.
Yep, Rachel.
The answer is Rachel. And just for the record, it was 5 times.
5 times.
Wow.
Wow.
That's Jennifer Aniston, right, Rachel?
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if she had more haircuts.
5 points for Neal.
More hairstyles than birthdays, probably, right?
All right, 5 imaginary points for Neal. All right, speaking of Rachel, she has had a lot of jobs, but 3 of them specifically in fashion. Name any 2 of the 3.
She was a barista, right?
She was a waitress, yeah.
Oh, that was close. I thought we had something in common with her.
She was a waitress at Perk?
That's
Yeah.
Perk.
Oh, okay. While they're thinking, what's the name of the blonde dude who they talked to? Gunther?
Gunther.
Is that it? Is that right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5 more points. You're killing this game. Looks like you've seen an episode.
He's on the Who's Line scoring system though. Yeah.
Just for the record, they're the fashion-related jobs.
Okay, we're locked in.
Okay, both teams are locked in, so let's start with the DeWalls.
We got Ralph Lauren, I believe Bloomingdale's, and Fashion Fortunata, something like that.
Okay.
Yes, sounds good.
Yeah.
And the Doughertys?
Oh, well, I had she was an assistant and an assistant buyer at Bloomingdale's, and then she was a buyer at Ralph Lauren.
Yep. The three answers are Ralph Lauren, Bloomingdale's as a personal shopper, and Fortuna Fashion. So you guys both get 10 points for that. All right, number 9. When Ross's ex-wife Carol is in labor, Ross and Susan, Carol's partner, argue over the name of the baby. They finally land on Ben, but how did they get that name?
Yeah, we're locked in.
Both teams are locked. That was quick. Let's start with the Doughertys.
They got it from Ben the janitor when they were locked in the closet with Phoebe.
And let's go with the DeWalls.
Yeah, the janitor's name badge on the jumpsuit or whatever.
Yep, it is the name on the janitor's uniform that Phoebe ends up wearing. And finally, question 10. Oh my God. In season 4, Chandler runs into a recently divorced Janice at a nail salon and tries to shake her by saying he's leaving town for work. Where does Chandler say he's going? It's a lie at first, but Janice forces him to actually go.
Hold on a second. So we should, just because we know this episode so well, there should be an extra bonus points for the actual address that we...
Agreed.
But we're locked in.
Locked in.
Enough extra bonus points. You guys are
all right,
greedy.
both teams are locked in. Doughertys.
It's 15 Yemen Street, Yemen.
And the DeWalls.
Yemen.
It is Yemen. Good job, guys.
All right, that is the end of the first round.
Oh, man. Good job, guys.
What are the scores at here, Matt?
Hold on.
All right, Matt's doing so.
There's a lot of bonuses to add up, Neal.
It is. So at halftime here, though, let's start with the Doughertys. Each of you, Matt and Ericka, favorite episode if you had to pick one.
Favorite episode? Yeah. Mine's the trivia episode with the embryo, the one with the embryos.
Yeah, the embryo one with where they have to tell the trivia. That's my favorite one too. The game.
My sister's having my babies.
Yeah.
And then DeWalls, what about you?
Same embryos.
Oh, wow. Man, I got to see this episode. I don't know. I got to see this. That's crazy.
Everyone loves embryos. So after the first round, pretty much no one got anything wrong. There was the one question that had the separation. So the DeWalls are up 125 to 120.
Strong competition.
Yeah, this is intense.
Not a lot of defense in this game, guys. Got to pick it up in the second half.
So we're gonna throw it over to Jeff. Don't know if he's ever watched Friends, but hopefully in the timbre of his voice, you will find.
It's pronounced Chandler, in case you read that on your sheet.
It's not Chandler.
It's not Chandler Google. It's Chandler Bing.
I've seen an episode of Friends or two, so I'm not unfamiliar with the concept.
I know how friends work. I have friends.
All right, so on to round 2. Question 1. Who is the only main character that has never lived by him or herself without a roommate of any kind?
So basically, what character has never lived by themselves?
Mm-hmm. Never lived alone, yeah.
Right. Maybe these questions do get harder. Thank you, Tim. Because I have no idea if they're hard.
I think I have an idea on this one.
All right, we're locked in.
Yeah, we're locked in.
All right, let's start with the Doughertys.
We're going to go with Monica.
And the DeWalls.
We went with Rachel because we figured Monica was living alone before Rachel moved in.
All right, so I have here that Rachel is the only person to have never lived alone.
Oh, wait, now, when did Monica live?
Between Phoebe and Rachel. That makes sense.
Well, no, but Phoebe lived with her until Rachel moved in.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
Let's go to the tapes.
Let's be friends here, guys.
Apparently, Rachel has lived with all of the other main characters except for Chandler. So, question number 2. Dr. Drake Ramore. I knew who that was, Neal. Dr. Drake Ramore, Joey's alter ego on Days of Our Lives, is a gifted surgeon. What is Drake's specialty or medical focus?
We're locked in.
Locked in.
All right, let's start with the DeWalls on this one.
We went with neurology.
And the Dohertys?
He was a neurologist.
Yep, he was a neurosurgeon, so neurology is certainly his area of expertise.
Now, just a side here, as far as friends are concerned, was there an episode where Joey had an audition for something and he was circumcised, but the character was not? He put like ham and like an olive or something on his crotch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Monica made a whole bunch of choices for him.
And then when he was in the audition, they thought it was great, and then it like fell on the ground, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that wasn't something from my own past, or that I was dreaming. So I couldn't remember.
Previous audition of yours.
Oddly specific friends knowledge.
All right, question 3. There are 3 members of the I Hate Rachel Green Club, as well as 1 applicant. Name any 2 of those 4.
We're locked in. I can't think of the third one.
We're a little marital dispute here, so we're locked in, I guess.
I've heard of this. It happens.
Mostly on sitcoms.
All right, so what did you say? 2 of the 4, the DeWalls.
We went with Will and Ross.
All right, and the Dohertys.
Okay, so we know Ross. I couldn't think of the name Will, so that's where we got. But I think at the very end of the episode, Phoebe said that she wanted to apply to be a member. So I'm going to say Ross and Phoebe.
All right, both teams getting points. Ross, Phoebe wanted to join because she never got into a club. Will Corbett, played by Brad Pitt, and there was another foreign exchange student. Anybody remember the name of that?
Oh, right. What was his name?
I don't think of starts with a T. I thought. I don't know.
Tataka Kike or Kikek?
Yeah, Tataka.
All right, question 4 in round 2. In season 2, Monica and Rachel's downstairs neighbor dies while fighting with them about the noise they're making. What was his name?
We're locked in.
So we're gonna go with that. Okay, we're not 100% sure, but we got a guess.
All right, I will start with the Dohertys.
Mr. Giggles
and the DeWalls.
We went with Mr. Heckles.
Heckles.
Seems like people figured out that it is Mr. Heckles. Oh. Does anybody know, just off the top of your head, what the name of the building superintendent is who found the body? They're apparently also the last character to be named in the finale.
Oh,
Traeger.
Mr. Traeger. Well done. Question 5. 2 main characters on the show have tattoos. Name both of them.
We're locked in.
Locked in.
All right. If you want to, feel free to describe the tattoos. No bonus points, but feel free to do so. And I will start with the DeWalls.
We went with Phoebe and Rachel.
Rachel got a heart, and Phoebe is the world from her mother's viewpoint from really far away.
Yeah, we had the same.
And you are both correct. It is Rachel with a red heart and Phoebe, the world from far away.
All right.
Moving on to Matt.
All right. Question 6 of round 2. In 2 guesses, name either of Rachel's favorite movies, the one she tells people is her favorite, or her actual movie.
Locked in.
Yeah, we're locked in.
We're locked in.
I was like trying to write it all out.
Let's start with the Dohertys.
She says that her favorite movie is Dangerous Liaisons, but her real favorite movie is Weekend with Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Excuse me, sorry.
All right. And the Duvalls?
Yeah, Dangerous Liaisons and Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, we have the same favorite movie, Weekend at Bernie's. That is correct. 10 points for both teams. Cinematic classic. Question 7. Joey comes from an Italian family, and probably Catholic too, since he has 7 sisters. In 7 guesses, name any 3 of his sisters.
There's actually some debate about how many, if there's actually 7 sisters, because they said at one point there's 7 children, and then a different episode they say there's 7 sisters.
Continuity alert, right?
I know. Nerd alert.
DeWalls, why don't we start with your guesses?
Okay. Our 3 will just be Gina, Tina, and Dina.
Okay. And Doherty's?
We're going to go with Cookie, Mary Angela, and Mary Teresa.
All right. Cookie, yep. All of those are correct. The 7 that we have written down here that were named was Gina, Tina, Dina, Mary Angela, Mary Therese, Veronica, and Cookie. All right. Question 8. In season 6, Phoebe discovers that her twin sister Ursula had been using her name to act in pornographic films. In 4 guesses, name any of the 4 films she's been in.
Locked in.
So let's start with the Doughertys.
Buffet the Vampire Lair.
All right. And the DeWalls?
Same. Buffy the Vampire Lair.
Yes. The one of them is Buffy the Vampire Lair. The other 3, Inspect Her Gadget, Sex Toy Story 2, and my personal favorite, Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh my god.
I believe Lawrence of Arabia has the famous match cut between a lit match and a labia.
And we will be swiftly moving on to question 9. Other than Joey, Chandler has only had 2 other human roommates. One after Joey moves out, and one before Joey, who is never seen but is mentioned several times, and probably dated Monica. And the other after Joey moves out. Name either in 2 guesses.
We're locked in.
Yeah, we got one.
Okay, why don't we start with the DeWalls?
We had Eddie and Kip.
Okay, and the Doughertys?
Yeah, we had Eddie.
All right, Eddie and Kip were the correct answers, so points for both teams. All right, and finishing out this round, question 10. In seasons 6 and 7, Joey is no longer on Days of Our Lives, but instead is one of the main characters of a sci-fi buddy cop show, acting opposite a crime-fighting robot with an acronym name. What is the show's title?
Yep, locked in.
All right, let's start with the Doughertys.
Mac and cheese.
Okay, and the DeWalls?
Mac and cheese.
That is correct, mac and cheese.
All right, let's get a score update here going into the final question. So since this is a Lay It On Me where it's a head-to-head, we're going to have one final question a la Jeopardy. And the team with the lead right now is going to sort of get an advantage, but not really. But I'll explain that in a second here. The Doughertys have 200, and the DeWalls have 225. So a very, very tight game. If this was a regular Late On Me, Tom Cruise would probably hire you for his Friends fan club because you guys are so good at it. But since it is head-to-head, the DeWalls being ahead at 225, you get to choose a number 1 through 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the category of that question, and you guys are going to wager any and all of the points that you have. So up to 200 for the Doughertys, up to 225 for the DeWalls. So Katie or Tom, pick a number 1 through 5.
2.
All right, guys. So the category that we're going to need your wagers for is called inanimate objects. All right, guys. So the wagers are in for the final question of Friends Laid On Me number 1. It's been a great game so far, and the category was inanimate objects. Here's your question. What is the name of Joey's recliner, which Rachel kills at some point in season 7?
We're locked in.
Locked in.
All right, so with a wager of 200 points, Doughertys, what was your answer?
Rosalita.
Oh, can you repeat that one more time?
Rosalita.
Okay, and DeWalls.
Rosita.
Oh.
Yeah, so the correct answer was Rosita, not with a Ilita, but so that will be a correct answer for the DeWalls. I can't really do math, so 225 plus 176. Wait for the calculator here. So the Doughertys, even though they had 0, you basically did not miss a question this whole game. So congrats to you guys. And in first place today, moving on to round 2, is going to be the DeWalls with 401 points. So great game, guys.
Nearly flawless. Great game.
Yeah, thank you. Good job.
We lost Ericka already. She went to bed. So.
Oh, no.
To be fair, Tom Cruise is sparing both teams.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise will not kill either of you guys. So
Sleep safe tonight.
People say they're an expert on a topic, and then they start hearing these questions, and then they realize they're not. This was the case where you guys were definitely experts in this topic.
Nice.
So yeah, we really appreciate you not only being on the podcast, but being Patreon supporters. So thank you very much for that. And we had a lot of fun, and we'll have to have you on again. Either maybe it'll be Friends number 3. We're not sure.
Yeah, and until next time, I'll be there for you.
Anytime. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And on behalf of Ken, Matt, Jeff, Katie, Tom, Matt, and Ericka, and a special thank you to Tim Evans for those awesome questions. My name is Neal, and that was Triviality.
Monica and I had a grandmother who died. You both went to her funeral. Name that grandmother.
Nana? She has a real name.
Althea! Althea! What are you doing? I took a shot. You're shooting with Althea? Althea is correct. Nice shooting!
We'll take literature!
Every week, the TV guide comes to Chandler and Joey's apartment. What name appears on the address label?
Oh, Chandler gets it! It's Chandler Bing! No!
I'm afraid the TV guide comes to Chanandler Bong.
I knew that! Rachel, use your head.
Actually, it's Miss Chanandler Bong.